everybody. Welcome to Choppin It Up with Chef Eboni. That makes me Chef Eboni. And today we're making fresh pasta and shrimp francese. So step one is to start with your flour. It is 225 grams of flour, roughly 2 cups. But when I'm doing pasta dough, I like to have exact measurements because it makes it a little bit easier. You know, you don't have to mess around with your liquid and stuff. So you start by creating a well in the middle. And here I have 2 whole eggs and 5 yolks. One of them was a twin. You see it? Oh, twinsies. Okay, so whisk your eggs a little bit. Okay, and then you're gonna want to slowly incorporate your flour into the eggs. Whisk it in nice and slowly. You pull it from the side and add your flour, right? And if you add it all at once, sometimes your well will have a hole in it, and you'll leak eggs all over the place. So you want to slowly add your egg yolks in to your well and trust the process. If you have a mixer, a stand mixer like a KitchenAid or whatever, you can do that. You can use that. You can use the hook attachment and a little bit of salt. Okay. And then just slowly add your flour a little bit at a time and use your hand as a guide to prevent your eggs from spilling everywhere. Okay. In the beginning, it might be a sticky mess a little bit, but have faith that everything comes together in the end, right? Once it starts to be like not so runny and stuff, you can just use your hands and get it to come together. Fold gently. Don't be too aggressive. Okay. Beautiful. So you're gonna turn and fold, turn and fold, turn and fold. And then once it starts to come together, you can apply a little bit of pressure and it's gonna stick to you. All right. And get all of it, all of the flour. And just keep kneading it a little bit with your fist, with what is this, the heel of your hand? Just knead it a little bit. Turn and fold, right? Because you want everything to be like smooth, right? It's already starting to feel almost like it's there. A little bit more, a couple more turns, and we'll be okay. Right? Now, once it comes together, roll it into a little ball, okay? And then you're gonna wanna wrap it in plastic and let it sit for at least 30 minutes. Okay. All right. But with the power of TV, we have one already made. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm gonna use the plastic from this guy. And let this one sit.
So how do you know when it's like perfect consistency? Like how?
When it's come together, you mean?
Yeah.
So you have no like flour left over. It's not super sticky. Like you can, I don't know if you can come in closer, but if you press on it, it'll pop back up a little bit. You see, like if I pressed on it, it starts to rise again. Then it's ready to, it's all together, you know? You can overwork it, you know, but you want to stop when it's just come together, right? We'll let this one chill out in the fridge for a little while. So, with my KitchenAid attachment, I'm going to roll out my pasta dough. Let's see, where's my attachments? Oh, right in front of me, hello. So you want to start with one that's a sheeter. It's called a sheeter. And which way does it go? Gotta line it up. Don't be a So you want to have one that's a sheeter, right? Because it's like, it'll make the lasagna sheets, the pasta dough. And so take a little bit of flour, right? Cut your dough in half. Or quarters, maybe. Yeah, I think quarters would be easier. Okay, so take a little bit of flour and just roll it out, like a little bit, slightly, right? Because if you put it into fat, it's not going to go all the way through. And always start on one. You want to start on the lowest setting, and I usually pass it through twice on number one, just to make sure that it's pretty even. Yeah, I should have brought a rolling pin. Oh well. Okay, so make sure that you have a nice coating of flour on it. Not too much, but just enough, otherwise it'll stick. Let's see if I pushed it out further enough. Are you going? No, I pushed it in all the way, did I? There we go. Okay. There we go. It's moving now. Okay, let's see. There we go. So you're gonna pass it through twice on the first setting. And then each time, make sure that there's enough flour on it. Okay. And I think I'll do, you can skip, I'm gonna skip to number 3. And I think that'll be the thickness that I want my pasta to be. I like making pasta dough. You can use all types of stuff, like, let's say we're doing like, I don't know, like a mozzarella, you know, caprese type of pasta, right? With tomato sauce or something like that. Maybe I'll put tomato paste a little bit instead of one of the egg yolks, or some basil puree or something like that, you know? You can make it fun, turn it different colors, all kind of fun stuff. You know, pasta is a blank slate, so it gives you a lot of leeway to, you know, create all different kinds of flavors. All right, so this one's a little thick, thick. Should have pressed on it a little bit more. See what happens? It's creating that ripple effect because I didn't press it out enough, but it's all right. Yes. All right. She felt a little sticky when I got it out, so I'm just gonna make sure that I put a little bit of flour, because if it sticks, you're screwed. I don't know why. I just feel like it. Okay. If I was making raviolis, this would be perfect. I would just do my dough, put them on top, and then cut them out, you know? So let's let these hang there. Turn it back to 1. Watching our water. Get ready to boil. So this is all-purpose flour. All purposes, right? For this flour. If you are a super pasta connoisseur, use 00 flour. It's just a finer grain of flour, and it will, you know, just work better. It's like it's classic pasta flour. Okay. Let's see. Ugh, I need to press this one hard. I want it to go through. Come on. Super easy, super fast. I love making pasta. I wish I had like the cutters to do like a rigatoni or something like that. I don't. So if anybody wants to get me a Christmas present, I'm not saying I want a present, but I'm not saying I don't. I got a little impatient with the last one. All right. Now I'm going to switch my cutter to. It's not really a pappardelle because it's not thick. Like pappardelle pasta is usually pretty like wide, but it's not linguine either. So we have a tray and some flour, and we're going to again make sure that your dough is nicely coated. And we're just going to pass it through. Ooh, ah. The ooh and ah moment. Alright. Alright. Just a little flour so she doesn't stick together. And then a little winter. Okay. The biggest pasta machine I ever worked with was like the size of this table. It was like a conveyor belt. Yeah, we used to make Cafe Fiorello's. It was an Italian place. And we made all of the pasta in-house. Very annoying. But very delicious. Nothing's better than handmade pasta.
How did you learn how to make pasta?
Well, in culinary school they give you the basics, but you know, it's like if you do it once, you'll never remember. It's because I had to do it every single day for like 8 months to a year. You know, repetition is key with anything, right? If you don't ride a bike every day, you know, you're not gonna learn how to do it or whatever as a kid, that kind of thing. But there are a few variables sometimes. The size of your eggs. You know, if you're using like small eggs or medium eggs, that's going to be different. So you use large eggs. You can make a pasta with just water and flour if you're vegan or whatever. It's more about you want the same kind of consistency as it was, not too dry and crumbly, but not too wet and sticky.
Yes.
You know. Beautiful. Good. All right. Now we're going to reset. Get this guy back here. You can pause if you want to or something.
Right, pause.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wash stuff.
Good. That's like perfect pasta too.
Thank you.
Like cheese. Like you make it look so easy.
Okay, so to do our sauce, the classic Francese sauce, French sauce, it starts with white wine. So we're gonna, I only have a little bit left. So we're just gonna take this and we're gonna reduce it slightly. Chicken Francese originated in Rochester, and it's believed it was by like Italians that moved from New York, and they got tired of just a chicken cutlet. So it's just white wine, lemon and butter, right? So I'm gonna put this on the stove for a little bit, medium. Put out a little medium and let that reduce. And we're gonna peel our shrimp, okay? You want to remove the shells. I always buy them with the shell on because we save them to make stock later on, right? And you have to remove the vein. The vein is in the back of the shrimp, right? It's not actually a vein, it's actually their digestive tract. It's the duty. So you just, what I do is I pinch it to expose the back and then just pull out whatever's in there, okay?
Is there such thing as like deveined shrimp that you can buy from the store? Because it says some of it will say deveined on it.
Yeah,
So
they
that's
will.
true?
They'll peel it and devein it. But I get mine with the shells on and everything because I would save the shells for stock,
Yeah.
right? So easy. Just pinch it and then scrape it and then pull it out. Sometimes you go to restaurants and they don't do this step. Yuck.
Gross.
Yucko. They're nasty. So shrimp, lobster, and crab, they're crustaceans. So they have an exoskeleton, right? That's what I'm peeling off, right? So they don't have bones on the inside. Their bones are on the outside. And when they grow, they go through a process called molting, where their like limbs and everything grows bigger underneath their shell, and then they like shimmy it out, and they just grow bigger. You'll sometimes I'll get some, and their shells will be soft. That's how you know it just finished molting.
You fast for that.
Oh, yeah. Imagine having to do this so many times every day. And then like lobster and shrimp used to be the poor man's food. I don't know if you knew that. It was a fishing byproduct. So the fishermen would cast their nets and just like scrape the bottom of the ocean, and they'd always catch lobster and shrimp and all that stuff. And so fishermen and the poor, their families and stuff, they would eat that. Until what happens? What happens? How does something become popular? Some rich person was like, oh, this is delicious. And now you gotta pay an arm and a leg for one lobster tail. But yeah. They're bottom feeders, so originally that's why a lot of people didn't eat them. But what else do I know about shrimp? I don't know. I don't know, I try to give like fun facts about stuff.
And the fact that they taste so good, but they're not good for us.
Yeah, they're usually kind of high in sodium because they are saltwater fish. And then again, like a lot of people don't like to eat them because they are bottom feeders, meaning they like eat all the stuff on the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, so like the fish duty and like random scraps that fell to the ground or whatever. And because they're in the roach family too. They're bugs, technically bugs of the ocean. But I mean,
They're delicious.
you know, it is what it is.
They're like a gumbo animal, just full of everything. But that makes the flavor behind.
There's a lot of stuff where I'm like, I don't know who was the first person to eat this, like oysters or something. I'm like, who cracked open this rock? I was like, this is delicious.
Right.
So, to do a French sauce, it's very simple. It's almost like breading. So you do like flour and egg. Now, a normal breading procedure is flour, egg, and breadcrumb, but you don't do that breadcrumb. Then you just pan sear it, and that's it. Okay. So let me just devein these real fast. Just like that. Right. Pull that out. Again, so like I hold it between my thumb and my forefinger and just pinch it and just do a quick slice down the back. Just like that. Oops. Normally this is made with chicken, so it's like a chicken French, but I've been making chicken on too many of these episodes, so I figured we'd switch it up a little bit and show you something different. And it's good to, if you're gonna do this recipe, you have to use something that's gonna cook fast. So if you are gonna do a chicken breast, you need to butterfly it and pound it out thin, because the egg mixture will cook very fast, right? You don't want to have your egg mixture on the outside cooked and your protein is raw in the middle. Or if you leave it in the pan too long, then your egg mixture will burn. All right, last one. Okay, now I'm just gonna tense it real fast. Now, keep an eye on your white wine, right? You don't want it to reduce to a syrup. I kind of want it to reduce like 2/3. I used about, what was that, a cup maybe? Okay. All right, so we have our shrimp. Now, we are going to take some flour and we are going to season it. So, okay, and pepper. Okay, I mean, you can add other seasoning if you want to. It's your food. Do whatever you want to do. Whatever makes your heart happy. Okay, a couple whole eggs. Let's maybe do 4. Let's see how that works. Okay, no shells. And you can add whatever you like to this too. Salt, pepper, a little bit of Parmesan maybe would be nice. Okay, give this one a nice whisk. Add a little water, not too much. Okay, that will make it a little bit thinner, right? Give it a whisk. Wait, make sure your like egg whites and yolks are incorporated well, right? Otherwise you get like this, you know, like when you do the whites and you cook it up. Anyways, okay, so we have our batter and are ready to go. So you don't wanna pre-do it because it'll sit and be soggy, okay? So we have our white wine that has reduced a little bit, right? To this, we're going to add a whole stick of butter. Right. And let that melt. And we're going to add some lemon juice, fresh squeeze always. No seeds. This is basically a very simple sauce. Like, it literally cannot get any simpler. So if you fuck this up, you're a moron. Just kidding, just kidding. We love you, but you're not working for me. Okay. I like it really lemony, so I'm gonna start with 3 lemons and see if we like the flavor. Okay. And 1 more half. Oh no, I got some seeds in there. I'm a moron. Okay. Let's scoop those seeds out. I hear all the chatter, but it doesn't matter. I don't know. Russ didn't endorse me, so don't listen to that song that I was just singing. Okay. So now, this is gonna chill out, right? Let's move you. Does this one work in the middle? Yeah, right? Okay, so we're gonna switch. We're gonna move this guy to the back. we're gonna get our thing ready. Okay, I'll try this up so it comes to a boil. Turn it down a little bit. You don't want it to reduce too much, right? Because you're gonna lose all your sauce and stuff. Just a little bit. So, oil. A little more than coating, right? It's almost like a pan deep fry, you know? So, when that gets hot, we're gonna start our pasta in batches. Okay. Now, when you drop your pasta in there, try to do it like this, right? Because if you drop it in as a whole clump, it's gonna stick together, and you're just gonna have a clump of pasta, which you might as well have just thrown the whole dough in there, then, right? Okay. Salted water, right? We're gonna do it in 2 batches because you don't want to overload your pasta water. Okay. Give it a little toss here. Beautiful. Now, once this is hot, not yet. Okay. We're going to season our sauce as well. Salt. And then once everything melts, you turn it down. Salt and pepper, always. Right. Let that come up to a boil. Sounds like it's almost ready. Okay, so flour first, right? So I'm gonna take all my shrimps, my scrimps. Okay, give them a toss in the flour, and then, you know, when you take them out, shake them off a little bit, right? Because you don't want too much flour going into your egg, right? And then into your egg dough, into your egg mix. Okay. Give them a nice toss, make sure they're fully coated, and then into the pan. And they're gonna cook pretty fast. They don't take very long, right? They're just shrimp. Don't overcrowd your pan. Oh yeah, about 30 more seconds. Okay.
How do you know when it's perfectly cooked?
Well, if you want a little bite to it, not too much, right? Okay, and you're gonna flip it when it gets a little bit more brown on a little more golden brown on one side, a little bit more. Okay, Can you check in that cabinet, please? Oh, they're right here. Okay, yeah, I was looking for a place to put the pasta. See? Beautiful. And it smells delicious. Alright, we're gonna scoop out our pasta. Okay. And now to finish it, we're gonna let them submerge in our lemon butter sauce. And then just cook all the rest, right?
Really smells amazing.
Well, thank you. Maybe you can fix this. If you cook a lot of pasta in the same water, we'll probably have to add more because then your starch will be high and your pasta water will boil over. Alrighty. Tasty sauce though. Let me know if you do it.
How beautiful it is. How beautiful it is.
See how fast they cook? Right, so if you had, and then how fast the eggs turn brown, you know, so if you had, you know, like a whole chicken breast, it'll be black, or you have to finish it in the oven. Your eggs will be burnt. Okay. Pasta, make sure that you coat it in oil so that it doesn't stick a little bit, you know? And then that's it. You plate it. Beautiful long pasta. Give it a little twirl. A couple of your shrimpies. Everybody's sitting in the flavor. And just a couple spoons of sauce on top. And always finish with something green. I don't know why, but it makes it look beautiful. Bon appetit, friends. Thanks for watching.
Yes, so cute.
Like, Jay, I want to go to the movie. The perks of being able to go.
If you want more sauce, let me know.
This shrimp is delicious.
Thank you.
What did you do to it?
Nothing, barely. I just flour, seasoned flour, eggs, seasoned eggs, and that's it. Fancy it.
You like your pasta a little al dente?
Mm-hmm.
I just think when I had you. I got it.
You want to sit down there?